Welcome, Taurus, to your monthly love reading for March of 2018. This is Psychicloveheals. This is Solomon, and I want to welcome you, and I hope you have a great month. So this will be a non-card spread as to what you might be experiencing this month, and I'm going to shuffle just a little bit right now to see what's going on with you. Alright, try to shuffle it off camera. Taurus in love, March 2018. So beginning of the month to the end for Taurus. Okay. Going to cut the cards. Taurus in love. So as we start out the month, you do have the Five of Swords in reverse. So there is the potential for many of you to get over a grudge, a disagreement, an argument, a dispute, a recent conflict that you have had with someone coming from the month of February. There's where things are subsiding. The resentment that you may have from another person, how you think about that person, the things that you've said, that they've said, the bad memories that you may have about someone is slowly but surely subsiding, and I feel like this is coming to a new perspective, maybe changing your stance about movement, about moving on, about opening up communication where there's a bit more calm and less conflict and disagreements, or the provoking one another, or someone provoking you to start up an argument or to get into another disagreement or squabble. So things are kind of changing, I feel, for many of you out there. And as you do that, you make amends. Either you start to heal the relationship with someone, as the Lovers is here. Now, some of you may be dealing with a Gemini, but for some of you, you have gone maybe in and out, up and down with a current romantic partner, or this is getting away from an ex-partner and moving into a new territory in your love life for many of you out there. And I feel like this is a part of maybe a cycle that you've had to go through, where you have faced some things, you have brought things out into the open. It's done, it's over with for many of you out there, so it seems thus far. And as you face those things, you come to some kind of resolution, and then into a brighter future, potentially for some renewal or a renewed life, and maybe progress with another person in general, as you start to heal and open new doors. And it could be an earth sign for many of you out there. The King of Pentacles is showing up, and this could be your energy, male or female. Money is coming through, new business ideas, new business plans, partnerships, agreements, someone who is able to help you out when you are in need, in financial need, or needing some advice. You know, somebody that's grounded, that does have their obligations in order, they have their priorities set, they are established. Maybe you two are established in a relationship or marriage, and you just have gone through some petty things, some conflict where you two may have been apart from one another. Sometimes you separate in order to change that perspective, get some space between you two, and then you can turn a new leaf, so to speak. That's how I kind of see the King of Pentacles, with all of the earthly energy around him or her, which is about abundance and a lot of confidence and emotional and financial security for many of you out there. That's how I kind of see things. You kind of getting what you want and need from your love life overall, and maybe from this person as well for many of you out there. Maybe this is someone, potentially for many of you. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. It could be someone who has been waiting for you to get over this conflict with another person. Maybe someone in your past for many of you out there, and they've been patiently kind of waiting for you, and they're still there, sticking around. And maybe that's something that you appreciate if you've asked them for, that time. And as you do that, that those business plans, maybe those ideas, you may be able to reunite with certain people, partnerships, or someone from your past. There could be parties, gatherings, maybe mid-month, a party that you're throwing for someone, something that you could be throwing for yourself or your romantic partner. For some of you whose birthday may be Pisces, you may be dealing with the Pisces, or you could be dealing with an Aries, maybe towards the end of the month, as the sun is in Pisces. So many of you will be partying, having a good time, and maybe with your partner, hand in hand, so to speak. Or for many of you out there, some are single and kind of, going about your business from work, doing your thing, really celebrating family reunions. These are intense celebrations where you are literally having fun, laughing, just enjoying the spirit of the moment. The emotional bliss that may be there between you and two people is very evident, that's showing up there. So the lovers of friendship and union, you could be in love with someone who you were very close to at one point, who was a friend, and now they could be someone that's very romantic in nature. So that does look good. And it almost seems to me, right, that for many of you, if you have been dealing with somebody who is in your friendship circle, or who has these same friendships or family, the Five of Pentacles comes up, where either you spent a lot of money to party, to throw a gathering or something like that, but often this is like a combination of me having to say that you could be around someone who you reunite with, but that connection, you seeing them, or them seeing you with someone else, that kind of a heartbreak that could be there, where you two kind of see the reality of a certain situation, and then you two are just kind of alone or apart. And that's what it is. The five is usually about different conflicts and agreements financially, due to you literally separating from them on the partnership being broken in some way, maybe a divorce or just breaking up from someone. But being around that person, it does cause some maybe some older memories, some bittersweet things that could be popping up for many of you out there. So still feeling broken, that's what it seems like to me with the financial card. And it's almost like emotional, because it's right next to the Three of Cups. And with that energy, you do have the Nine of Wands that's coming out, and that's like you're protecting yourself. Sometimes when you feel this pull where another person may pop up in your life again, you may see them and you may say something to them, or you feel like this conflict is going to start up again, because we have two fives that are showing up in a reading so far. And the Nine of Wands is usually an energy of ending something, getting closer to the end. You're maybe not there just yet. Remember, you're working through the older wounds, maybe the growing pains, and trying to get back on track with yourself, or with a new romantic partner for many of you out there. But you are remembering the cycle of maybe going back down the road that led you to feeling broken, disrupting your momentum energetically, spiritually, emotionally. So the Nine of Wands is there as protecting yourself, protecting your heart due to conflict, or just being let down by someone again, and not really sure that you can trust them, not sure of their motives, not sure if they're using you for financial security. All of those things are things that you want to make sure that you kind of watch. That's why I kind of see the Nine of Wands person looking at the energy and thinking about that party, thinking about the money spent or the time around the person, how they interact with one another, you and them. And then you do have the Seven of Cups that comes out. So many of you, through this energy, a lot of you could be, again, single, as I was mentioning, and maybe just finding time to bide your time with the Seven of Cups, trying to find ways to party, trying to find ways to free yourself up, clear energy of older relationships or older patterns, where you're giving your partner, if you're tied up with someone, giving your partner some time to do what they want to do, as you do the same for many of you out there. So that's right underneath the Three of Cups. So what more can I do to find that that happiness from within, with me being independent and not having to be around my partner or having them to be with me at times. Even though I want them around, they may not be able to offer me that emotional support right now, and neither am I, because I'm still dealing with some pains or some regrets and sorrows right now. So I'm trying to figure out maybe financially what I want to do to replenish my pockets, and then emotionally as well, with the Seven of Cups being here. Even with this friendship thing, it could have an effect on your relationship and the trust that goes into it. You're trying to figure out, well, should I do this again? You know, because it did bring about, you know, should I bring these events up again, because I may need my distance and have boundaries with me and another person because it's awkward or just not right. You know, those things may come up. So this is like you're analyzing the whole situation with your relationship, marriage, and even if you're single, and who you want to date and get to know. And then you have that energy, as we just spoke about, the Page of Pentacles comes through as money. So opportunities for money. Something could be presented to you for many of you out there. It could be a younger earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Now, two different earth signs are showing up. Someone that's younger, someone that's older. Again, that could be kind of waiting for you. But many of you are, you know, just focusing on different business plans, maybe some contracts, a new job for many of you out there, a second source of income where you're trying to stay stable. Focus on those kind of things before you are to give more energy to your love relationship. I see schooling in here, degrees, you know, trying to do something that distracts you in a positive way to help you feel more confident and self-assured as you step away from things that have kind of held you back and distracted you from that confidence that you yearn for, and that stability in your love relationship, with the Page of Pentacles being there. And your health and fitness as well. And as you do that, you know, you start to settle down, as you start to look, and maybe towards the end of the month you start to find different ways to stay motivated. And I feel like the motivation is homebound. The sensual pleasures, making sure that you're comfortable focusing on your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, the friendships that may be around you, others coming through to offer you that support if you're trying to have gatherings and different things like that, where the pleasure can be had. So the home is where the heart is. You know, that's what they say, with the Queen of Pentacles showing up, another earth sign, that stability is there. So I feel towards the end of the month that you'll be thinking, you'll be analyzing, you'll be focusing on you, your priorities, and maybe even a move. Some of you could be thinking about these things, and whether to bring a home business or, you know, work from home, you know, to have that flexibility if you don't have it right now between you and your partner. Maybe both of you want to do that together, for some of you out there. But to me, it looks to me that a lot of you are, in a nutshell, trying to resolve some past issues. And to see, because at the very center of the reading is the Five of Pentacles. So some of you, at the heart of it, you're still broken by someone due to separation, due to financial issues. And as you resolve those things, it leads you into more stability. So I feel like, if anything, you're working on your self-confidence, and then being able to make decisions for you. That's what I get a sense of this month. So, you know, try to look out for, you know, those things coming in, how that, you know, storyline may pan out for many of you out there. It looks pretty good to me, to be honest. Just a few ups and downs here, but really focusing on you, I feel. So those are your messages for the month. I do hope that they help you out. Remember that these are general in nature, so they may not speak directly to your situation. For that, you would need a private or personal reading, and you can get that via the website psychicloveheals.com, and you can schedule something for you. Have a great one. Much love and much light.